Hello everyone, this is Tasukia Flames and welcome to my very first review of Dragon Ball Super. A couple days ago or so I went and had an update video talking about what I want to do going into the future, as well as I asked the question, what is some of the things that you would like to actually see me do on my channel? One of them was Dragon Ball Super reviews. And I was told specifically, do not start at 1. That's just rehashing of Battle of the Gods and Resurrection F, of course. And I also asked if I could just start on the current episode, which is 35, which I recently watched. And I was told, no, it's best to start at 28. That's where the new stuff starts, and that's the best place to go. And to go there moving forward. So I decided to do that, and I'm going to start with episode 28. Right now, which is God of Destruction of the Sixth Universe. His name is Champa. This episode starts out with Whis, or Whis, whichever way you want to go with it. I'm just going to say Whis. Drinking tea, relaxing. That tends to be what Whis likes to do. He's just a very laid-back person. Not much into fighting or causing drama or anything like that, which makes it, whenever he finally gets serious, if it happens in Dragon Ball Super, it's gonna be so interesting to see. We saw him fight some, but it's just in training, and he's obviously not trying at all. But with this, you have him just relaxing, drinking, and he's overlooking some of the training of Vegeta and Goku, and they are in look like fat suits. They look ridiculous in there. They're upside down doing one-finger push-ups. They're almost to 50,000 apiece. And we find out these aren't just simply fat suits. They are heavy training gear, like the clothing Goku and Piccolo used to wear, except for way worse. Vegeta actually talks about how it's actually more intense than the weight training he would do under gravity in Dr. Brief's spaceship, which that went up to like 400 times the Earth's gravity, and this is supposed to be a lot worse, and they seem to be really struggling, so that says something. I understand they're in their base forms doing this at the same time, but they're getting their butts kicked by this. Apparently, it is very difficult, so that was something to take note of. After that, Champa and Vados suddenly show up on the planet with a bang. This is on Beerus' planet, just to make sure that is clear. They don't show up directly in their path. They move off to the side, which wakes up Beerus, and he is not very happy about them. He actually thinks that it's Goku and Vegeta training down with Whis that actually caused this. And he starts throwing attacks down at him, Ki attacks, Kai, whatever you want to say. I'm going to say Ki. Ki attacks down at him, and they are running for their lives. Goku and them are trying to get away, having trouble since they still got the fat suits on, and they look ridiculous. They are running for their lives, not want to die. Of course, Whis is cool as a cucumber knowing this. He's like, I'm fine, it can't do shit to me. Then you have Vados and Champa relaxing, and they're like, I want to make my big entrance. You know, I don't want to just be right there on top of that. And that leads to some pretty funny stuff, because you got Vados that actually makes fun of Champa and calls him fat because he's sweating all over the place just from walking. He looks like he's all tuckered out, which I thought was a funny comedic moment. Also, you have where he thinks he's such a big deal. He wants to act all cool. He gets up to Beerus' door. He wants to blow it open. He's like, watch this. You know, I'm gonna make a grand entrance just for it to blow up in his face right as he's about to do the attack. Bam! Beerus blows the door off and hops out of there, just about taking Champa's head off and ruining his little grand plan, because Beerus is still after Vegeta and Goku. So you got Champa that is screaming out, "What? You know, what are you trying to do? You trying to kill me?" Yeah. Obviously, he's just pissed off because he ruined his grand entrance by having Beerus accidentally having a grand entrance against him. So he's yelling at Beerus just to find out that he doesn't even remember who he is. Maybe because he has some like black smoke stuff on his face. He's like, "Who are you again?" which is one of the ultimate insults, and you don't even remember who the guy is. And that leads to a bit of an argument. You got, they're making such a big deal about him. Once they meet up, you got Goku and Vegeta looking in. They're like, who is this new guy? Who's Vados and, Champa? So Goku makes the inappropriate joke that Beerus, while standing there with Champa, he's like, oh my god, Champa, are you the fat version of Beerus? Like, making a joke out of it, because he doesn't know who he is, and Goku keeps butting in on their little conversation, asking what everyone else is wondering. He's like, who is stronger? This is where Vados likes to jump in. He's like, isn't it obvious with, their body shape? Yeah, and, Champa doesn't take that too well, because obviously he's overweight, so that wasn't very good. Finally, they end up bringing it indoors, and we have, for some reason, Champa breaks out these, I think it's 6 hard-boiled eggs of like a Don bird that they recently found. And they're supposed to be really good, and they're having everyone try them randomly. We got no idea why. It's like, this is random and out of nowhere. And apparently, they taste just like regular bird eggs, going by Goku and Vegeta's perspective. And that is not too bad at all. Hard-boiled eggs, I think, are pretty good, especially if you can put, salt or anything else on them. But we find out it's all Champa just trying to brag about how good his universe's food is. It's like, what do you think about that? It's good, isn't it? Just for Beerus to hang back smirking. Like, Whis, bring it in. And you think he's gonna be like a big sundae or something awesome, because all the good food he's been eating lately, shrimp and stuff, and he just brings in cup ramen, just basic cup ramen. And Champa's making fun of it the whole time because it's taking so long for it to get ready. And then he absolutely loves it. He scarfed it down like crazy. He's loving it. And this doesn't bode well for Champa because it gets thrown in his face. Yeah, our food is a lot better than yours, and it's just cup ramen. Obviously, if you've never tried it before, it's probably really good. It's not bad or anything. It's pretty good itself, but you just weren't expecting that to be what they chose to eat. And so he's wondering, where the crap did you get this from? And they point out that it is from Earth. And Champa has Vados go look for where the planet Earth is, if they still got it. And you have Whis go over there trying to help them find it, because you find out that obviously Champa and Beerus are twins, while Vados and Whis are twins as well. Once they find out the Earth has been devastated on their planet, apparently it had a big war that devastated the planet, and it is no longer good anymore. Somewhere around this time, Whis also explained to Goku and Vegeta about the 12 universes. That theirs, currently, that they were on is Universe 7, Champa is from Universe 6, and those are twin universes. They're nearly identical, but not exactly. There are differences. And if the other universe have the same thing, like Universe 1 and 12 are parallel to each other, 2 and 11, 3 and 10, so forth and so on. That they all are nearly identical to each other, and they pair up with each other. After Champa finds out that, he can't get the good food he wants from his Earth because it's devastated. There aren't humans on there anymore. He can't do anything about them. That sucks for him. And Beerus is making fun of him and bellyaching like, aha, you got crap. So Champa immediately challenges Beerus to fight for the right to exchange Earths. He wants planet Earth from Universe 7 so he can get all the good food from himself, which leads to quite the sight where they both just randomly out of nowhere jump onto the table and just get in each other's faces. Then everything starts shaking and blowing up, and like a ring starts appearing around them as they actually start to get serious and trading blows back and forth, standing toe to toe with each other, and like a circle of almost like death appears around them, getting larger and larger. You got Vados and Whis don't really care. They're completely protected. They're just like, these idiots. Well, Vegeta and Goku are backing up. They're thinking they're gonna die, which they probably would have if they didn't get out of there. But Whis and Vados finally break up the fight and point out that, you know, two God of Destruction should not be fighting each other. It's too powerful, and it could very easily destroy Universe 6 and 7, which is not a good thing. Goku and Vegeta are very relieved at this, that they stopped it. But yeah, you have Champa point out that he wants to swap the Earths. Beerus doesn't think it's possible to swap the Earths. He's like, even if we did anything, you can't swap the Earths, because Champa had proposed instead of them fighting each other, since they can't, to come up with a 5-man team to fight each other, Universe 6 versus Universe 7, which Beerus isn't too keen on, because, you know, what is in it for him, and it's not even possible to do it. This is when Champa butts in. It is possible to swap both the Earths with the Super Dragon Balls that he found. Which, beforehand, you had Beerus talking about the Dragon Balls, and they found out, like, was it Champa butted in saying, are you talking about the Namekian Balls? Like, yeah, like, those are kind of a joke. They're very limited in their wishing power, and they actually come from the Super Dragon Balls. They were actually carved off the Super Dragon Balls to get the ones they have. While the Super Dragon Balls, they are planet-sized, and on top of that, they also can grant any wish. Which is kind of like similar to like the Black Star Dragon Balls, but a lot larger and make a bit more sense, I guess. But we find out that he has already collected 6 of them. And of those 6, he is willing to put them up against Beerus. So if Beerus wins this fight, he gets the 6 Super Dragon Balls. And if Champa wins, he gets to swap the Earth, so he gets the planet Earth from Universe 7, so he can get all the good food he wants. Which Beerus isn't too keen on. He's like, what good is 6 Dragon Balls? How would we even find the other one? Whereas Goku and Vegeta are like, actually it's more Goku that jumps in saying this. It's like, well, Bulma can come make a radar to find it. You know, it'd be no problem to do that. Vegeta is kind of hesitant on that, because it doesn't really seem like a very good idea to him. At that point, you have Beerus kind of hesitant on it, but he asks Goku what they think about it, if he wants to fight in this tournament. Goku immediately just pops in, yeah, I want to fight all these stronger guys and stuff, because he is very amped up the fact that there's so many people stronger than him, Vados, Champa, Beerus, Whis, and either other stronger opponents to face from another universe. Vegeta, when asked, is a bit more hesitant. He actually thinks it out and just doesn't blurt it out. He's like, we are training to get stronger, and there's no better type of training than to actually fight stronger opponents. And so he, with a little bit more hesitancy than Goku, agrees to the fight. So that pretty much ends the episode. And in the next episode, it talks about the teams coming together, and the leader for Team Universe 7 is actually someone stronger than Goku, which most people know by this point is Monakas. But yeah, that's where the episode ends. From a storyline perspective, this episode itself opened up a lot of lore between finding out about Champa and Vados, as well as Beerus and Champa are twins and identical, opening it up to the 12 universes, how they link to each other, being nearly identical, showing how they're slightly different at the same time, and bringing about the Super Dragon Balls, letting us know where the regular Dragon Balls came from, their origin, as well as letting us know that this is a tournament that's going to happen. So it was a lot of content to cover in one episode, but they did it so well, and there were so many funny parts, comical parts in them, between Champa and Beerus. They play so well off each other, because Beerus has a I don't give a crap attitude, while Champa seems to be very easily agitated and riled up because he's like the guy that wants to be on top and wants to look so cool and awesome all the time, but is overlooked by beers almost. I don't know, that's just kind of the vibe I got from him, but I really like his character, and his voice actor and everything about it is just awesome. Well, anyway, that's going to make up my review. In the next coming up days, I'll watch through, episode 29, so I can get more of the details on it going, and I'll bring that review out. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought about this review, and if you want to see more of it, if there's any changes you think I should make, or anything else like that. If you like this, go ahead and freaking smack that like button, beat the shit out of it. And be sure to subscribe for more content like this, reviews, let's plays, and everything else. And as always, I will see you in the next episode. See ya!